Good evening, I'm Rebecca Pepin. It is a Storm Track 5 weather alert day today as our region prepares for more winter weather conditions tonight and into tomorrow morning. We have team coverage today across the region covering several different aspects of this weather system. But first, we begin in our Storm Track 5 Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Dave Dirks. So, Dave, what's the latest on this system?
Well, we're kind of in the midst of it right now, and a winter storm warning will continue to be in effect for all of the area through early tomorrow morning, at least through tomorrow morning. The steadier snow is likely through the evening and early overnight hours. You can see graphically everybody is in that winter storm warning within the viewing area, and some of that snow has been producing some heavy bursts of snow. In fact, the roads covered here, at least largely covered downtown Elizabeth and on our Ashley camera network. Not snowing as heavily as it was here at Tuskegee University, but about an hour ago it was just pouring, and we picked up about, looks like maybe a half-inch of snow very quickly. In about an hour's time, we got some snow falling in Marion and Irwin and Cloudland High School up in the upper higher ends of Carter County, and still some snow showers beginning to move back into the Norton area as well. Had a big downpour of some snow in Jonesboro as well. The snow was covering the main street here, but looks like maybe a little bit better conditions than it was about an hour ago. Lee Highway definitely has snow on it here outside of the Virginia Highlands Airport in Abingdon or near Abingdon, and some snow falling Pennington Gap and also along Interstate 81. You can see the kind of an access side road there off of Interstate 81 covered, but 81 looks like it may be taking on a little bit of snow as well. So as night falls, we certainly will be expecting those road conditions to get worse. I've got a good snow covering in Kingsport. Be careful on Fort Henry Drive, Eastman Road, and others as well. Right now, as we check out live conditions from Northeast State, the snow is coming down as it is in Johnson City here along Roan Street and Interstate 26. Looks like the off-ramp is taking on some snow, so be cautious. 27 now, the current temperature at the Tri-Cities Airport with a calm wind, but we do have temperatures that are below freezing everywhere. We're ranging around 25 to 30 most areas, and Power 5 Doppler radar showing a little bit of a break kind of developing in the snow from near Bulls Gap along Interstate 81 up toward Kingsport and Gate City up toward Lebanon. This band of heavier snow that we were showing on the camera is now pushing through East Tennessee into the mountains up toward Abingdon and Marion. A little bit of a break, then picking back up across areas along the Kentucky-Virginia border back toward Knoxville, and I do expect that little gap to fill in as we go through the rest of tonight. So be careful out there. I'll have more on when I expect the snow to wrap up and how much we're expecting in just a couple of minutes.
All right, we will see you then, Dave. And continuing our team coverage now with News 5's Casey Getz. He's out driving around in our storm tracker tonight to check on conditions for us. So, Casey, how are the roads looking where you are?
Well, Rebecca, this is my first time in the storm tracker for a weather event, so this is very exciting for me. Right now, I'll show you what the conditions are. Flip it over here. Right now, we're on Highway 23 South, heading towards Gate City. We're just a few minutes outside of Gate City, and you can see the pavement on the 4-lane right here. We're in the right lane. Conditions aren't too bad out here, and as Dave mentioned, it looks like there might be a little bit of a break. There are some flurries flying around, but not too much right now. There was more on our drive over here earlier, but there's not a lot of people on the road. There are cars on the road, but if a normal Friday at this time on this road, there would be much more traffic than there currently is, so that is a good thing. A lot of people staying off the road so the crews can do their work. Again, the left lane, not as many cars have been in, so that is more snow covered, but the right lane here on US 23 South, again, we're just outside of Gate City. It is a little bit snow covered, but you can see the pavement. Conditions pretty good right now. It is about 30 degrees according to my phone here in Gate City. So even if you can see pavement, any water spots, it could be some ice. So please be careful if you have to be out. But again, those are the conditions right now. And thankfully, not that many cars, Rebecca, out here. We will have another live report coming up at 5:30 as we drive around, try and find some more snow. For now, though, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Casey, just a quick question for you. Can you ask Ryan what happens if he taps his brakes? When we look at the camera, it looks like you're driving very quickly. I just want people to know that it looks like you're driving much faster than you are. So I'm wondering how Ryan's feeling. He doesn't have to do it right now, but what's he been noticing as he taps his brakes here this evening? All right, we'll get back with Casey in just a little bit. I don't think he can hear me, but we're going to turn now to what you can do to protect your home during this storm with temperatures getting below freezing. Many fear that pipes could freeze and even burst in their homes. News 5's Liam Bridgman met with a local utilities expert to find out how to prevent costly repairs. Liam.
It's this time every year when we all get that message from either our apartment complex, our homeowners association, or even our utilities company trying to prevent freezing pipes and trying to prevent them from bursting, which could cost you hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars. While it's something we try to prevent, winter weather like we've been experiencing here in the region doesn't always lend a helping hand. So pipes do freeze over, but how do you identify them?
The first is obviously reduced or no water flow coming out whenever you try to use a faucet. The second would be either frost or condensation visible on the exterior of the pipe. That can be a warning sign that you might be approaching freezing. The third thing that you can look for is whenever you turn on a faucet, you want to listen for strange noises. If you hear a squealing or perhaps a ticking or kind of a rumbling noise, that can be a sign of a frozen pipe.
If you do have a frozen pipe, there are a few steps that you can take to try to unfreeze that pipe. According to Bristol, Virginia Utilities, first turn off your water. That's step one. Step two, if you have a hairdryer or a heating pad, those can help you unfreeze that pipe. Stay with us here on News 5. We'll hear more from Bristol, Virginia Utilities and get a full demo on how you can prevent those freezing pipes and prevent them from bursting, which could save you hundreds, even thousands of dollars. In Bristol, Virginia, Liam Bridgman, News 5, WCYB.
All right, thank you very much, Liam. Power outages, also a concern when winter weather hits. Crews are on call for Bristol, Virginia Utilities and will be throughout the storm. But according to utility experts, preparation for these types of weather events actually start well before they hit.
We implement a significant amount of technology. We have a smart grid system where our system can self-heal itself. If we have a power outage in one area, the system will work to reroute power back to other areas as much as possible without having to roll a truck. So we have a faster response time for our customers.
If you were supposed to be leaving on a flight from Tri-Cities Airport today, it's likely not happening. We're taking a live look now at the FlyTry website where you can see nearly every flight for the day has been canceled. According to the website, as of right now, flights for tomorrow are on time.
As you can see, snow is coming down, which means hazardous travel conditions. And I'll tell you coming up how VDOT is helping prevent this and also how it's impacting local businesses. Stay right there.
Continuing our team winter weather coverage with News 5's Janya Nordello. She's been speaking with local businesses today in downtown Bristol about how the weather impacts them. Janya, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, Rebecca, I'm out here live in downtown Bristol. And as you can see, it's pretty bad. So I really hope people got their stash of milk, bread, and eggs because road conditions are terrible. There is slush. You see vehicles on the road, but they're going pretty slow, which is good. And just remember some tips and tricks for that is to keep a safe distance between you and the person in front of you when you're stopping and going. Also, I did speak with VDOT officials today about what they're doing to help maintain the roads clean and also how this winter weather is affecting local businesses. Virginia Department of Transportation officials are actively working to make road conditions safe for travelers.
We'll have as many crews as we have access to, those being VDOT crews and contract crews on our primary highways, and our interstate highways are cleaned by contract crews.
They say a lot of their preparation is already finished.
We have pre-treated very selectively in areas of Wise and Scott County. We feel like there's enough salt, residual salt from the earlier storm that we'll forego doing that on most of our routes.
VDOT has nearly 100 cameras to closely monitor road conditions, along along with 65,000 tons of salt and hundreds of trucks and snow plows for their crews to use. Despite their efforts to clean, officials are asking people to stay at home if possible.
We ask that if travel can be limited or not travel at all, just for your safety, because we don't know how much snow we'll get with this storm, but it's anticipated to be pretty significant for our region.
Because of these hazardous conditions, many businesses are forced to close. Others that are staying open say they'll still lose a significant amount of money.
We have a lot of older clientele. They don't necessarily get out when the roads are bad. A lot of people don't want to get out.
Joe Deal is the owner of Burger Bar in downtown Bristol. He says although he doesn't want to close, his staff's safety is his #1 concern.
My employees are #1. I want to make sure they are in and out safe. But you just got to kind of prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
All right, that was Johnny Nordello reporting from downtown Bristol tonight. All right, now we're going to head to Natalia Hillen before we get to Teresa. This is a popular sledding spot in Johnson City where Natalia is standing. A lot of us are very excited about the snow, Natalia, including one sledder that you found out there.
Yeah, Rebecca, I'm in Johnson City. It's a winter wonderland out here. The snow is coming down. And I'm joined by Ryan Woods. Ryan, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah, and what are you excited for? I see your sled. You're with your friends. Tell me about it.
We're just playing on sledding, having some fun, and doing some other stuff.
Yeah, and I'm sure you were off of school today, so that was probably awesome. And you said this is the last couple years. This is the first winter you guys have had like this in a while. So tell me about that and what you're excited for heading into this weekend.
I'm excited to hang out with my friends, have a blast, just slide and ride around on some stuff, and yeah.
Yeah, and anything else that you're doing this weekend with the snow? Do you have any other plans? Any hot cocoa you're going to be drinking, keeping you warm?
We're going to probably drink some hot cocoa, try to drift some, do some other stuff, sledding, and yeah.
Yeah, well, very fun. Well, thanks for joining me, and I hope you have fun sledding. Stay tuned to News 5 later. I interviewed some first responders earlier today to give you guys the details on how to stay safe if you have to drive on these roads. Reporting live in Johnson City, Natalia Hillen, News 5, WCYB.
All right, Natalie, I hope you get a chance to head down the hill yourself. Now we're going to head to Marion, Virginia, and that's where we find News 5 meteorologist Teresa Carter. Teresa, how you feeling out there? A little chilly, right, my friend?
Hi, Rebecca. Yeah, we're in downtown Marion right now, and when we got here maybe about 45 minutes ago, so far Marion has received a little over an inch. But I tell you, since we have gotten here within the last 30 minutes or so, the snow is really coming down a little bit heavier than it was. Okay, so since we have been here in Marion, we've gotten a little bit of burst of some snow. Also, I had talked to a person from the fire department area, and they said so far there have been four cars that have gone off the road, but they have been cleared. So 4 accidents so far. So we'll keep an eye on that. So again, about an inch of snow so far in Marion. The roads are continuing to be very slick in spots, especially the secondary roads, but the crews have been out and will continue to monitor the situation. So Rebecca, back to you.